everybody. Hope your new year is going great. Welcome back. So tonight I'm gonna drop I'm gonna say 4 videos, but we getting into our book, The New World Order by Ralph Epperson. We actually almost done. We in chapter 18. And this is on the Great Seal. And I actually did a lecture on the symbolism of Washington, D.C., the Great Seal. So it's going to be a part 2. I just got to find it. I was looking for it a minute ago. Okay. What's the... Okay. For more than 3,000 years, secret societies have labored to create the background of knowledge, necessity to the establishment of an enlightened democracy among the nations of the world. All have continued and they still exist as the order of the quest. Thus wrote Manly P. Hall, the 33rd degree Mason and perhaps the most prolific writer on this type of subject, in a book entitled The Secret Destiny of America. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, where's my other phone? I done lost my other. I'm about to look that up. See if I can get that. Wow. Something just caught my attention. What did I say that was? The Secret Destiny of America. Let me see what that's about. If I can find a PD. Oh my God. Now, I never heard of that book. But I sure want it because that's our next book read. Mm, got it. It's on Amazon. Oh my God. They got a documentary. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me see.
Create surveys in under a minute with AI-powered help from SurveyMonkey. Life in Squid Game don't always go as planned. Order now to get your free Domino's emergency pizza to use when you need it most.
On the life of one so prominent in history as Christopher Columbus. It appears that history entered into a conspiracy to conceal the truth, possibly an elaborate misrepresentation. In the jungles of Yucatan, Guatemala, and Honduras are the ruined cities of a lost civilization which flourished on the North. Both have every appearance of being genuine and authentic. It is most reasonable to assume that the
I thought they had PDF. I think I found it. I found it. This our next read. I found it. Oh my God. Did he write this? Senior. Look, that's the secret to America. That's our read. Oh God. I'm trying to figure out. This is to believe. Wait a minute. What our world is ruled by? Oh wait. Now I lost it. Oh, I dedicate this book to the proposition that American democracy is a part of a universal plan. Ooh, off the title, LA Fire Energy. Project Bluebeam. Mm-hmm. Yep. Smart cities. Project 28, Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, this is our next book. The Secret Destiny of America. And I got to remember I said that. Okay, getting back to this. My bad. The thought that America has a secret destiny will probably startle those not familiar with the secret societies and their plans for America and the world. But that is the claim made by Mr. Hall in his book. Oh my God, I can't wait to read it. He mentioned his readers that he saw this order coming to America. Man, by to labor in the cause of the world democracy, decided that in the American colonies they would plant the roots of a new way of life. He then told his readers when those conspirators came to America, he wrote that the Great Order of the Quest was set up in America before the middle of the 17th century, meaning sometime between 1625 to 1675. That means that Mr. Hall felt that the numbers of this order came to America about the same time that the first settlers arrived. America, he records that first settlers from Europe to the American shore was English settlers who came in 1807. 1607, my bad. Mr. Hall says that amongst those early settlers was a group committed by a secret oath. Wow. But the only name he mentioned in being involved is the Order of Quest was Benjamin Franklin. He was also a member of the Hellfire Club because he was a Satanist. One of the America's founding fathers. I might have to look this up, the Order of the Quest. Hold on, y'all. Mm-mm. Oh, shoot. Let me look this up. Order of request. See if that's even. Lord, that's a book by Manly Hall too. Oh my God. Oh, this book costs. Orders of the Quest, the Holy Grail by Manly. Oh my God. Let me see if I can get that. Oh my God. I got it. Okay, those two books we gonna read. The order of let me make. Oh my God. See, I sometimes I'm learning too. Lord, I'm sorry. They saying Denmark struggles to time in the crisis over Trump's threat to take Greenland. Mm. Oh my God. Man. Oh, that is great. I'm so sorry, y'all. Okay, let me get to it. I got the book upside down. Benjamin Benjamin Franklin spoke for the Order of the Quest. Damn. He was 33rd degree Mason, and most of the men who worked with him in the early days of the American Revolution were also members. The Order of the Crest is Freemasons. Oh my God. Oh, I got to read the book. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He further identified most of those men as being not only members of the order, but also Freemasons as well. So it's two separate. Ooh, wow. Not only were many of the members of the United States government Masons, but they received aid from a secret and august body existing in Europe, the Illuminati, which helped them to establish the country for a particular purpose known only to the initiated few. Wow. I'm wow. That's all I can say. Wow. So a secret society or several secret societies decided that America would be fertile ground for the establishment of a new society, or or Mr. Hall called it, a particular purpose. It can be known that those who created the Constitution of the United States and the resulting government were not only connected to the Order of the Quest, those who created the Declaration of Independence, oh my God, and the Constitution of the United States created perhaps the first documents over ever penned by man. Wow. The constitutional republic they created was the greatest form of government ever devised by man. They created some problems inside the document. For example, it permitted slavery. Okay, it did. But overall, they created the most magnificent form of government in history of the world. It is obvious that these men, even though Hall initiated or stated that they were men who labored in the cause of the world of the world democracy. I'm sorry, could not have been the original founding fathers because their purpose inside the order was known only in the initiated few. Wow. The creation of the American Republic was certainly a public act made known. It is a creation and it's servant to every freedom seeking nation in the world. People do not keep freedom quiet. They let the world know that it has been officially recognized by the American Constitution. Even in nations under totalitarianism, communism, where freedom of the press is either non existent or is nearly total control of the government. People know that America did something that only a few other societies in the past had ever done. They had created a truly free republic because we're not a democracy, we are a republic. Oh, I burnt myself. They make their activities known to the freedom seeking peoples of the world. Now, Manly Hall wrote, is it possible to create a free government? Only those with evil purposes create secret societies with secret oaths. With a particular purpose, no order. The quest was and is beneficial to freedom loving people, no matter that Mr. Hall said that they labored in the cause of world democracy. They must know something that the rest of America does not know. Their cause is evil. Mr. Hall then instructed the reader that the order of the quest concealed their purpose inside the symbols of the Great Seal of the United States. Okay, so it's going to be in my symbolism part two coming. This seal is the one that appears on the backside of the dollar bill, and it consists of two sides, which are called the obverse side, the one with the eagle, and the reverse side, the one with the pyramid. Mr. Hall wrote, and we can break down that dollar bill on there where it says Scalorum Nova Order. That's the New World Order. At the bottom of the pyramid, you see the all seeing eye. We see everything. Then down there at the bottom of the pyramid, it says 1776, and they'll tell you it's because of Declaration of Independence. But it's May 1st, 1776, when the Illuminati was formed in America on Valentine's Day, which is a demonic, satanic holiday. Okay, now Mr. Hall then instructed the reader that the order of the quest concealed their purpose inside the symbols of the Great Seal of the United States. That's a fact. So he writes about the design. If the design on the reverse side of the seal, the eagle, is stamped with the signature of the order of the quest, the design on the reverse, the pyramid, is even more definitely related to the old mysteries. Here, Mr. Hall connects the reverse side of the Great Seal with the ancient mysteries, the worship of Lucifer as a sun god. The Great Seal was designed and accepted in 1782, but not until several committees appointed by Congress had failed to design one. The first committee was by the Continental Constitution on July 4, 1776, to prepare a device for the seal of the United States of America, and confiscated of three men: Benjamin Franklin, Satanist, 33rd Freemason. hmm when he died, and I'm going to talk about that later, they found children's unalive bodies. This committee of three was not able to decide on the design, so Congress appointed a second committee. The committee also had difficulty in deciding. Congress appointed a third committee. They referred the problem to Charles Thompson, the Secretary of Congress, and his designs were adopted June 20th, 1782. Max Toff wrote a book about the history of the Egyptian pyramids, including a brief preview of the pyramid on the back of the dollar bill. This is what he wrote. I think I gave you three. Oh, and then you had the Sphinx on there, the Sphinx rising out of the ashes. That's on your dollar bill as well. Mm, wow. All three committees appointed in succession by Congress between 1776 and 1782 included members holding various positions in Freemasonry. George Washington was a Freemason. If you look at any old pictures, he is shown wearing the Freemasonry apron. Most of them were Masons in 33rd degree as well. So those who were deciding the design of the Great Seal were not only Masons, but were quite possibly members of the Order of the Quest. Mr. Hall said that the order placed their signature on both sides of the seal. So there is a reason to believe that at the very least some of the Masons are familiar with the Great Seal. In fact, Mr. Hall said at the time the United States was founded. Now he said Eurocentricism was not dead. The hand of the mysteries control in the establishment of the new government for the center of the mystery may still be seen on the Great Seal of the United States of America. That is a fact. All signs, symbols, Freemason all over that dollar bill. Yes, yes, yes. The Great Seal is the signature of this exalted unseen and for the most part unknown. And the unfinished pyramid upon the reverse side is a trestle board setting forth symbolically the task to the accomplishment of which the United States government was dedicated from the date of its inception. Wow. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Wow. He went on to say, there's only one possible origin for these, and that is the secret society of 150 years before the Revolutionary War. They brought it with them. There can be no questions that the Great Seal was directly inspired by those orders of the human quest and that it set forth a purpose for this nation as that purpose was seen and known to the founding fathers because we were Freemasons. Yes. So America was a great destiny, and that secret purpose determining just what that destiny is. The symbols of the United States can shit. StreamYard, stop it. So the symbols of the Great Seal can be deciphered. Americans can know show what their futures are. Careful analysis of the seal disclosed a mass of occult and Masonic symbols. Yes, Mr. Hall tells us that some of these symbols have Masonic interpretation. Yes, the Masons also have symbols and have on occasion revealed that these symbols mean. So it becomes possible to know that those Masonic symbols on the Great Seal mean. James Billington, that had been director of the Woodrow Wilson International Center for Scholars of the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. since 1973. He received a doctorate as a Rhodes Scholar, so you know he one of them. He is an elite. Those who are chosen become Rhodes. Bill Clinton, Rhodes Scholar. Al Gore, Rhodes Scholar. Yeah. At Oxford University, oh yeah, you was handpicked, yeah. At Oxford University in England, taught history at Harvard and Princeton. See, here we go. He has written a book entitled Fire in the Minds of Men: Origins of the Revolutionary Faith. He has written about the Great Seal as well, and this is what he said. The ideal was the occult simplicity of the meaning of America, Great Seal, an all-seeing eye, and a pyramid over the words New Order Scholasticum, which means New World Order. So the search for the secret destiny of America ends in the meaning of two symbols and a Latin phrase. Therefore, it would be possible to determine the future of America if these symbols could be deciphered. First, it would be helpful to decipher as many of the remaining symbols on both sides of the Great Seal as possible. The words a new corpus, which is around the circle, is at the top, have been traditionally interpreted as meaning He, God of the Bible, has prepared our undertakings. But a far more acceptable interpretation would be that the words mean announcing the birth of. I didn't even know that. Wow. I I didn't know that. Mm. Wow. Announcing the birth of. Mm. Wow. What the symbols are announcing is new. It was still in its infant stage back in 1782, and what it was, he explored in the following paragraphs. Manly P. Hall wrote, in mysticism, the ego is the symbol of initiation. Wow. Wow. Rex Hutchins wrote, The eagle, this symbol is of a great antiquity in the symbolic inventory of the Egyptians, as the sun, as wisdom is attained through reason. The eagle is a sign of symbolic of reason. Wow. Among the Egyptians, the eagle was the emblem, a wise man, because his wings bore him above the clouds in a pure atmosphere and nearer to the source of the light, and his eyes were not dazed by that light. Thus, the eagle also represented the great Egyptian sun god Ra, Amun Ra. It is the symbol of infinite supreme reign of intelligence. I am done. Another Mason, Kenneth Mackenzie, he wrote, with the Egyptians, the Greeks, and the Persians, the eagle was scared of the sun. Mm. Albert Pike, he wrote, a bird consecrated to the sun in Egypt. The eagle was the living symbol of Mendes, a representation of the sun. Robert Hermelis, he wrote, the eagle has been linked to the sun, apparently referring to the sun as a deity, for it can fly nearer to the sun than any other bird, and it is the only bird that is said to symbolically look directly into the sun's rays. I had no idea. I didn't know this. And Raymond Cap, he wrote, the eagle is also supposed to be the only creature that can look directly in the sun. It is revealing that some of the authors appear to understand the symbology of the sun, and others think it is just the generous orb that lights the earth. The drawing of the eagle conceals other secrets, and it will assist the student to re-examine those as well. The nine tail feathers of the eagle represents the nine beings in the innermost circle of enlightenment in the great white brotherhood, the Illuminati. Oh my God, this is so good. There's another explanation, one more acceptable than the one offered by Stan Diaz in his book, The Cosmic Conspiracy. There are 9 degrees in the York Rite of Freemasonry. Yes, it is. And connecting the York Rite to the tail feathers appears to be more plausible explanation. Wow, and that's the 9 feathers. The feathers on the wings also conceal secrets. There are 32 on the right side, symbolic of 32 degrees inside the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, and 33 on the left side, symbolic of the honorary 33rd degree. Wow. The all seeing eye above the pyramid has two meanings, both related to the Masonic order. One explanation was to be provided by the Masons themselves. Um, in the Masonic Bible, it said the ubiquity of Masonic law was symbolized by the all-seeing eye. Mason was symbolized by the all-seeing eye. The word ubiquity is defined as the capacity of being everywhere at the same time. Only God can do that. The Masons are saying that their law, the one that will punish the Masons, should they reveal their secrets, is everywhere, and that he cannot hide from them. Mm. The second interpretation by Albert Mackey as an important symbol of the supreme being borrowed by the Freemasons from the nations of iniquity. The open eye was selected to the symbol of the watchfulness, and that the eye of God as a symbol of divine watchfulness, and came out of the universe. The all-seeing eye may turn to be considered as a symbol of God manifested in the omnipresent. Mm. One of the Masons who took the next step in explaining what the symbol stood for was Kenneth Mackenzie, who wrote, "The eye was also the symbol of Osiris." This was confirmed by another Mason, Kerr Ludley. This all-seeing eye is one of the oldest and most widespread symbols denoting God. Mr. McKay also wrote the Egyptians mentioned represented Osiris, their chief deity, by the symbol of an open eye. That's their chief horse, yes. Albert Pike wrote both Osiris, the sun, source of light, principle of good. Manly P. Hall wrote, his symbol therefore was an open eye in honor of the great eye of the universe, the sun. Rex Hutchins, he wrote, on the right side of a sworn-in member of the Masonic temple is painted an eye of gold, a symbol of the sun or the deity. Apple Pike, the all-seeing eye, which ancients was the sun. This one of the longest chapters he ever had. Okay. So all-seeing eye is a symbol concealing that Masons believe that Osiris, a representative of the sun god, and some of these writers have reported that the sun god was Lucifer. The Bible say Lucifer, son of the morning. So the all-seeing eye is a symbol of Lucifer, the all-seeing God of the universe, and it was placed on the American seal by those who know what it means. The unfinished pyramid under the all-seeing eye has a symbolic meaning. The pyramid is the symbol of strength, and its unfinished condition denoted the belief of the designers of the Great Seal that there was still work to be done. Mm. Notice that the Treasury Department reported that the pyramid was unfinished and it had no caption, no capstone, because there was still work to be done in the United States. The common explanation is that the New World Order in the Great Seal come on was the creation of the Republic under the American Constitution simply isn't true. That work was finished by the time that the seal was approved in 1782. That means that the work still to be done had to be completed in the future. The work of creating a new world order was in 1782 still in the future. Wow. But the all-seeing eye has far more sinister meaning. Raymond Captain wrote, the triangle in connection with the all-seeing eye is the Masonic symbol of the great grand architect of the universe. Wow. Manly P. Hall wrote, the Mason believes in the great architect. Let him never forget that the master is near. The all-seeing eye is upon them. Wow. The great architect of the universe is the title of the God of the Messianic order. But there are some too who feel that God is not the God of the Bible, but Lucifer. Hmm. Edward Ronin, a former member of the Masons, he wrote in his book, The Master's Carpet. An architect is a man who furnishes plans for and superintends the erection of a building made from material already prepared. But God created on nothing the heavens and the earth, and all the hosts of them, and hence he cannot be more architect, and it would be a direct insult to call him such a nickname. Hey, the author is one of those who believe that Lucifer is the god of some of the Masons, and he is. That is, they do worship the Luciferian doctrine. It has it has been my purpose to prove that the conclusion is true with evidence from the Masons themselves. Some of the evidence has been presented, and we will continue to present this evidence. Other Mason symbols of the dollar bill, as told to by the Masons, the New Age is 13 stripes in the shield, 13 arrows, 13 letters, and E flat on the ribbon, 13 stars on the green crest above, 13 granite stones in the pyramid, 13 letters in a new corpus. On the front of the dollar bill is the seal of the United States, made up by key, square, and that's scales of justice. Surely is, as well as the compass, which of course is the important sign in Freemasonry, and it is. It is quite certain that the student them. Number 13 in an office symbol simply refers to the 13 stars on the original flag. This would be reasonable explanation were it not for the fact that the Masons claim the number as one of their own. It appears that as they decided that it was time to form the United States, when the number of states that would be established first was 13. Wow, that wow. They appeared when there were only 13 states in the Union. Wow, wow. One who has redesigned or assigned an esoteric interpretation to the number 13 as stand deity, the cosmic deity, hero, but the gaze on the back of the dollar bill, inside the great seal in the Latin phrase novus order scrollum. It means novus, new, order, world. New world order right there on your dollar bill. The New World Order. The New World Order is on the American dollar bill. It's not unbelievable at this point. It's been there. And they saying that because it's on the dollar bill, It's not a republic of 13 states created by the founding fathers. It is the future 1,000 years reign of the Lord Maitreya. And if you remember, you go back, I talked about the Antichrist Lord Maitreya that they believe is coming. But I think he's coming out of Israel. That's what I think. Um, the New Age Messiah, Lord Maitreya, in the earth's representative of the sun god Lucifer, and the future period is symbolized to the unfinished period, signifying the future work yet done. Mhm. As the new also said, there is no questions but that the Great Seal has great significance to both the Masonic and the Order of the Quest, described by Manly Hall. There's final place, one final piece placed until the puzzle of those symbols appear on the dollar bill contain any symbols that conceal secrets of the United Wow in the form the overwhelming majority of the American people. Wow. Author M. Schussler Jr. in his book entitled The Command of the New Deal by Henry Wallace, the VP in President Franklin Roosevelt's administration. He added the president to the point that the two seals on the back of the American dollar bill, he wrote, the old continent saw special significance of the United States even more in the reverse of the seal. Wallace did induce the Secretary of Treasury after he had talked to President Roosevelt to put the Great Pyramid on the new dollar bill in 1935. His complicity to be in the occult had drawn Wallace in the late 20s onto the orbit of the White Russian, wait a minute, the White Russian what? Mystic in the tradition of Helena Prevost. But he was a follower. Oh my God. I got a couple of books. Never been able to read them. Never. Helena Blavatsky. She's a writer of the Secret Doctrine and ISIS. Oh my God. ISIS Unveiled. Wow. Mr. Wallace himself put his recollections of the events in a letter that has been recorded several places, as well as in a book entitled Our Great Seal. The Latin phrase New Order Sclerosum interpreted to mean the New Deal or the New World Order. Roosevelt, like myself, was a 33rd degree Mason. He suggested that the seal be put on the dollar bill rather than on a vein, and what, took the matter up with the Secretary of Treasury. My bad, my bad. Some Masons created the Great Seal in 1782, and the other Masons put it in the book of on the back of the American dollar bill in 1835. in 1935, and it appears that all involved behind the meaning of the concealed symbols portrayed therein. Wow. The Supreme Court of the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rite of Freemason has told the student 13 of the 39 original designers of the Constitution were Masons. That's a fact. Another Mason, Fast Sovereign Grand Commander Henry Clayson, put the figure at 29 of the 39. Wow. It is also interesting to note that there were 39 signers, exactly 3 inside the English government. 33 governors to George Washington array, and 6 of his allies were Freemasons. I didn't know that. Osiris will rise in splendor from the dead and rule the world through chaos. Wow. Wow. The return to the worship of Osiris and what he represents to the sun god, the worship of Lucifer, is still in the future. One who told the world that was C. William Smith of New Orleans, Louisiana, 1950 copy of the New Origins of Louisiana. He wrote, God's plan is dedicated of all races, religions, and creeds. This plan dedicated to the new order of things is to make all things new. Wow. A new nation, a new civilization, and a new religion. Wow. A non secular religion that has already been called the religion of Almighty God. Wow. Looking back into history, we can easily see that the guiding hand of our promise in the beginning was by Freemasons. Wow. Wow. And we're going to stop that right there. Next one will be frequent. I'm going to title this, I think I'm going to add this under my secrecy side. No, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. All right. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, please. And I know because I couldn't have sleep, I done got sleepy. My other book. I was